Located in the heart of Gloucestershire, Gatcombe Park is where the late Queen's daughter Princess Anne and her family reside. Not only does it regularly play host to equestrian competitions, it's also home to eventing royalty in the form of Tom McEwen and his team. More than a dozen elite horses are stabled at his yard, with their day-to-day well-being overseen by devoted groom Adam Short.
I think everyone thinks that riding is the only thing you can do with horses. And it's not actually until you see the grooming side that you think, wow, this is just as good or even better than riding. A lot of people think, oh, grooms just muck out horses, they plait them up and they tack them up. I always compare being a groom as an athlete manager. So the horse is your athlete and you have got to manage them. Yes, you do muck out, yes, you do tack up, yes, you do plait them up, but it's also you're managing the feed, you're managing the vet work, you're managing the farrier, you're managing physios, you know, the saddle fitter, dentist. It's a job of organisation, really.
Let's see if we can stop that noise because they've got video and send the video to Tom.
Communication is also a huge thing. You know, you need to be able to communicate with your rider. You need to be able to communicate with all these other people that come and help and work with your horses. A groom's relationship with the horse does take time. That's why I like being in a full-time job as opposed to being a freelancer, because I get to come here every day and spend time with the horses every day. You know, the first thing I do every morning when I get onto this yard is go around every single horse, just check it, make sure it's not got a snotty nose, check that its legs are as normal, make sure they're happy, make sure they're healthy. You just see things, and I think over time you learn the personality, same as you would with a human. So this is CHF Cool Eliza, as she's known in the stable, and she's definitely one of my favourites, if you're allowed them. Yeah, she's just so great. She's such a chirpy person. Every time you walk around the corner, she gives you a little, little snigger, a little whinny. And yeah, to be fair to her, she's not really built to be the like a top athlete, but she is so gutsy and so determined. I would say she's like a lion. That she's been round Poe. She came second at Poe in her first 5-star, and since then she's been around Badminton and Burley. She loves it when you go and just say hi and just give her a little bit of attention.
He's super relaxed, super happy, super fun. I went straight across the horses on day one when he came, and it's no different however many years later. It's the willingness to want to get the best out of them, and that comes across in Adam's way, as in really loving and affection, but he's got such a keen eye for detail, so whether it's picking up small minor things to larger things, to tiny things that most people wouldn't notice, those are all part and parcel of it.
This is my 4th season now with Tom, and we've got such a great relationship now where he totally trusts me, I totally trust him, and we both have the same vision. Tom is so organised, which makes my life really easy, and he makes his plans, and then I can suddenly say, oh yeah, right, and I think having a good, solid, communicative relationship just makes it, smooth and easy and successful.
Have fun. At Gatcombe it's a great relaxed environment, but Adam especially really creates a really nice vibe for the horses, and whether it's at home or at a show, it makes no difference. He's exactly the same, and the horses sort of continue that all the way through.
You need to look pretty. So I spend quite a lot of time on the road with the horses. We travel all over the world, really. A lot in the UK, a lot over Europe. We're often, in Ireland or France, Belgium, and we'll go stateside sometimes over to America. So that's when the whole prettifying the horses comes into place. We're actually going to a show tomorrow, so we tend to plait them all up the night before. We always plait them up when they do the dressage test, when they do when they do the trot up. Yeah, that's kind of the aesthetic side of the job, which is totally, absolutely important, especially at high level end of the sport. It's expected almost that the horses should be turned out well. They must be turned out well, actually. Yeah. These are real top top of the sport athletes, and some of them are worth a really huge amount of money. And I think it's always kind of having that in mind and always pushing myself or any groom to think, what can I do better for my horse? What can I do to help them perform at their best? Because that's really what you want. And that's not always winning. You know, yes, it's great to win, and yeah, it's amazing and it's rewarding, but it's also, if a young horse goes out and has the best 3-day it's ever had, that's also a massive reward. It's about the whole journey all the way through. For me, the most special time is when you get to spend one-on-one time with a horse. That's when you really make a bit of a connection. It's a challenge almost, you know, to make this amazing relationship with a horse. And there's no better feeling than shouting at your horse in the field and it comes galloping over and to say hi. And it's really hard to explain, but it's totally something that I now in my life could not do without. There'll absolutely be horses in my life until the end. And I don't know how you would say that to someone who's not lucky enough to have that relationship. Well, once you've had it, there's no going back. It's always in your heart.